Hello, educators. How are you guys? Happy Friday. My name's Jessica Northrop. I am the founder of Abundant Business Moms, and I have been asked to come and speak with you guys a little bit about what it feels like to create space for what matters most. So again, I want to thank Mallory so much for inviting me to give this presentation. I'm really very flattered and grateful to be a part of this. So it's Friday, and you guys have been working all week, presumably, and you've been educating, and you have been working, and you have been navigating all of the politics and the ins and the outs and everything that you have to do in order to provide your students with a proper education. Not to mention that you've also been trying to navigate life, right? Like you're trying to make sure, my paper is gonna fly away. That's what I get for trying to do this outside. So you've been trying to navigate, of course, your regular life. You've been trying to manage your home. You've been trying to manage your kids if you have them, your partner if you have one, your friends, social life, social distance style. There's a lot of things that we all have to navigate. And again, my belief, so I hope you guys had a chance to watch the live that I did on Wednesday. So I'm kind of building a little bit off of that one. If you haven't watched it, that's fine. Obviously, it's won't be difficult to catch up, but I would encourage you to go back and watch that one. So my belief from all of my years working with clients as a therapist, as a coach, and just being a human in the world, being a working mom, my belief is that when we clear the clutter from our homes, from our minds, and from our schedules, we create the space and we have the opportunity to achieve abundance. Now, again, everybody's definition of abundance is going to be different. It's kind of a vague word on purpose, but to me, it feels like filled up. It feels enough. It feels like I'm always going to have what I need when I'm living in abundance. I'm going to have choices. And for me, choice is a really, really important word. Options, choices. That is a huge piece of abundance for me. And so that's a little bit of what we're going to get into today. So having the freedom, having the choice, having options is something that a lot of times we feel that we don't have. And I'm not saying we have a choice in literally everything that goes on in our lives, but we probably have more choices than what we know about. You guys may be familiar with a phrase that in corporate America women talk about, and that phrase is the glass ceiling. And, you know, it's like we're going, we're trying to climb that ladder, right? Climb that corporate ladder. And then all of a sudden, you know, we bonk our head on this glass ceiling. We didn't even know it was there, and we can't get any further. And that resonates so much with me, not necessarily in the corporate world, because I'm not in the corporate world and haven't been for a long time. But where it resonates for me is just in our own belief of what is possible. When we believe that anything is possible, there's no glass ceiling, right? We just keep on climbing and climbing as far as we want to go. And again, it's not necessarily about achieving any specific title or income level or anything else. It's about achieving what we believe is abundance, whatever resonates for us. So again, a lot of us, and I want you to think for a minute about this notion of this glass ceiling, because we've all got one. If I were to say to you, hey, why don't you go buy that Lexus? Immediately, a lot of people, I don't know if Lexus are expensive or not. I don't know. I'm not really a sports car or a car person, but Mercedes, like something that's expensive. Immediately, a lot of you are going to say, well, not me. I couldn't do that. I can't do that. I'll never own a luxury vehicle. And that, my friends, is a glass ceiling. And I don't know that it's true. I don't know that you're never going to own a luxury vehicle. If you are if that's your thing, that's not really my personal thing, but if that's your thing, if you have this like vision in your mind that you want to drive a Mercedes or a whatever other kind of fancy car, then you have to break that glass ceiling for your own self. Because if you're walking around saying, I could never afford that, then you're never going to afford that. And I know I'm talking to educators, right? I'm talking to you, you're saying, teacher salary, what do I do? The how is a lot less important than the desire and the belief. The decision to crack through that glass ceiling, the decision to say, yeah, within 5 years, I will be driving a Mercedes. Done and done. And you repeat that to yourself all day, every day, and you start thinking about which model are you going to get. And you start cutting out pictures of the one that you want, and you do all these, and you go visit the dealer, and you just, touch the car, and you go sit in it, and maybe you take some test drives once a month, you go take a test drive. You will find yourself purchasing a Mercedes sooner than later when you believe it's possible. But when you put your brakes on and say, nope, not for me. Now, if it's no, not for you because you don't care about a Mercedes, then that's fine. But you get where I'm going. This is just one example of something that we talk ourselves out of. No, I could never go to Greece. No, I could never afford that. I can't do a beach vacation. I can't do whatever. When we put up our own hands like this, it means we've bumped up against our own glass ceiling, and that glass ceiling is made, yes, from society, but we're the ones keeping it strong. We're the ones keeping from breaking it. So if it feels important to you, if there's something in your life that you really, really want, maybe it's a financial thing, maybe you want abs, maybe you want to wear to carry a Louis Vuitton bag. Maybe you want to be vegan. Maybe you want to support somebody running for office. Maybe you want to give back to your community by working at a food pantry, but you're like, I don't really have the time for that. Can't do that. Can't build that in. Can't work that into my schedule. It's a glass ceiling, and it is both transparent but solid. And the only way you're going to break it is with a really firm, strong belief. When you say to yourself, my community contribution is more important than my excuses. I have time to go work at the food bank. I create time to work at the food bank. If that's something that is part of abundance for you, you have to really, really, really believe it. And that's, again, coming back to what are we clearing the clutter? We need to clear the clutter out of our brains. Because every time that we slam on those brakes and say, no, I can't do it, that's clutter. Now remember, the definition of clutter, or my personal definition of clutter is anything that is neither useful nor joyful. And if you tell me, and if I have this desire that I want to volunteer in my community, and I say, no, I can't, I don't have time, that's clutter, because it's neither useful nor is it joyful. Do I have to get very creative about how to create space for that? Yeah, absolutely I do. There's going to be some other stuff I might have to clear out of my schedule. I might have to make some hard decisions. I might have to even alter exactly how I'm going to volunteer in the community. Maybe I really want to go volunteer twice a week, but maybe I can only do it twice a month. Does that make it any less valuable? Does that make it any less abundant? To me, no. It really just involves you saying, yes, I can, instead of putting on those brakes. You have this one precious life. I don't know how old you are, and it doesn't much matter, except for I will just let you know I am 43 years old. So that means I have already gone around the sun 43 times. I don't know how many more turns around the sun I've got, hopefully another 40 or 50 times. But the point is that I'm only, like, it's finite. The amount of time that we have on this earth is finite. And for me, I'll be damned if I'm going to spend the rest of my trips around the sun saying I can't, or I won't, or it's not possible. It does not serve me. I got one shot at this. I got one shot at raising my kids. I got one shot at creating the kind of impact in my world that I want to create. I got one shot at creating the most beautiful marriage I can imagine. I got one shot. And so do you. And so if you want to spend your shot the biggest and strongest that you possibly can, that's what I want for you. That's abundance, right? Again, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter like what exact kind of impact you make. What matters is that you believe that it's valuable. So what I would like to revisit, we talked about some helpful beliefs on Wednesday when I spoke with you guys earlier. What I would like you to think about is not just a helpful belief, but a more specific helpful belief. Not like I can do anything. Like that's helpful, but it's not specific enough, so it's not therefore helpful enough. What I want you to think about is just imagine what is abundant to you. So if you would, in the comments, whether you are watching live or later, if you would, go ahead and just write a couple of things that feel abundant to you. Choices that you think maybe you don't have, but you wish you did have. Maybe you're thinking about a vacation. Maybe you're thinking about a home or a pet or a hobby or a fitness regimen, or maybe you want to go vegan. I don't know. But I want you to think about anything that feels abundant to you and just write it in the comments. As you're writing, I want you to start to feel it. I want you to start imagining what it would be like if you claimed it. If you made the decision to say, I claim this choice. I have all the choices in the world. I have the power and I have options and I can choose to make whatever choice I want. And so if I see myself driving in a Mercedes, it's happening. It's happening. I'm believing in it. I am living into it. And I am open to all of the available options for how I'm going to get myself into that Mercedes. The more that you live into it, the more you believe it, your ceiling's broken. You no longer have that glass ceiling. The sky's the limit. And that is what I want for you. Because again, you have this one special, precious life. And the more that you get busy with that one special life, with that one precious life, the more you get busy and choose abundance, you are going to feel so much better. So that's just one sort of expanded way that we look at clearing the clutter from our minds. If you are interested, so I am a therapist and a business owner and life coach. And if you have interest in learning a little bit more about it, what it means to clear the clutter, I would love to invite you to my free Facebook group, Abundant Business Moms. I'll put the link in the comments. And I'm going to be hosting an abundance masterclass. It's going to be it was going to be on October 5th, but I've had a thing come up, unfortunately, and I want to make sure I give you guys my full and complete attention. So I am delaying it for 2 weeks. It's going to be October 19th. We'll get started. So again, I'll put all that information in the comments, but I do invite you. I hope that you will join. I think it's pretty powerful. And again, educators, thank you. I appreciate you more than you know, as a parent and as just a member of the community. So this is a little off topic, but I read a quote once about, why do I have to pay taxes for schools if I don't have kids? And the person responds and says, because I don't want to live around stupid people. Education is so very important, even if you are not directly a parent, which I am. But even if you are not directly a parent, we need our society our communities to be educated. So again, I thank you so much for your hard work, and I wish you well. And please reach out if there's anything I can do to support you. You guys have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.